Hey everyone, welcome to Socially Hawkward episode 10. My name is Coons, and with me are Jason
Hello.
and Jeffrey.
Hey,
We have 2 weeks of episodes to push into one because we had some technical difficulties. So let's just get started. Let's open up with Toronto, how they got their asses whooped by Ottawa. Was it 6-2?
7-2.
7-2? I think it was
Oh,
right.
was that? You
Yeah.
lied to me.
Yeah, it was 6-2.
I corrected it. You did
And
I
it.
just ignored you like usual.
Did you hear that interview by the backup goalie? Was that after that game? His interview?
Yeah, it was after the game. He pretty much just called out the entire team for playing with no emotion. He's like, they need to start getting angry
Yeah.
because they've lost. They lost to the Hawks. They narrowly beat Philly, and then they lost to the last place Senators. But in their last I think it's their last 4 games, they've allowed 23 goals total.
Oh my God.
That's 5.75 per game.
I actually, now that you mentioned it, I read I don't know if it was a tweet or if it was from an article. I think I just read it this morning. Someone was saying they believe their problem's not the talent on the roster. They think their defense is fine and everything.
Their defense is not fine.
They're blaming the players not listening to Babcock. That's what they're blaming. They're saying the players aren't listening to Babcock and they're going out there and doing whatever they want instead of doing what the coach tells them to do. And they're taking all the blame off the talent and the coach and putting it on the players. Which I thought was interesting.
If they're not listening to Babcock, then you fire Babcock. That's not.
I mean, they're gonna eventually, once they lose in the first round again.
They're probably right now. They look like they're gonna get swept.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The way they're playing now.
I mean, they'll steal a game. They have the talent to score a crap ton of goals for sure, but you gotta stop. And what they lost 6-2.
6-2. Yeah.
So I know against the game against Chicago, Hawks in spectacular fashion.
Well, weren't they down 5-0 at one point?
5-0, yeah, and then boom, they're right back in it, 5-4.
But they couldn't get over that hump.
Oh my God!
That's
when I was watching that too, the last minute, half the time, the last minute and a half, I'd say 50 seconds, Delay wasn't even like in the net.
The first two goals they scored were like great tips, redirections.
Well, they had Tavares had I think 2 nice goals, if I'm not mistaken, maybe 1.
And then once they scored those 2, I'm like, okay, watch. There hasn't been a penalty all game. Now they're going to call a penalty against the Hawks just to make it more interesting, give them that third goal, get it closer. And sure enough, Kane got a stupid slashing penalty where he never even hit the guy's hands.
It's like they said, they have the talent. I know it's Chicago, and they're not great defensively, and they give up a lot of good chances. But Toronto has that potential to score a lot of goals. But I mean, the fact that they went down 5-0 to begin with to Chicago, you gotta do better than that. Well, they have the talent. At least offensively, I don't agree necessarily that the coaching is the problem or not listening to the coach. It's just not great defense.
It doesn't seem like there's a lot of leadership at all. Like, if your backup goalie's the one coming out and calling out the team, shouldn't that be your whoever you think your captain? They don't have an actual captain. They have only alternates.
3 alternates. Matthews, I'm guessing.
I don't know if Matthews has a name.
I feel like Matthews.
I know Tavares does.
Really, that's surprising. I feel like Matthews, his personality, I get that Taze vibe off him. I feel like he should have that.
I want to say Morgan Riley has an A too.
I think he does. I'm not gonna do it. I don't care that much. I'm surprised that Matthews, like I said, he has that. The vibe I did off him is the Taze personality, like that serious, let's go, step up your shit kind of.
I don't know. I think he's more
Kane-ish, not party-wise, but quiet and more reserved when it comes to leadership.
No, I don't think he's quiet at all. I just think he's more goofing around.
He's Matthews, you think?
Yeah. If you see any interviews and stuff, he's pretty laid back and having fun.
Interesting.
Do you think signing Tavares, you think he took that personally? Because that was his team, wasn't it? Matthews was the future, and then all of a sudden they get Tavares, and do you think there's anything between the two? Not we'll never know, but do you think he took that personally? Maybe.
I'm not getting him. Maybe not, but maybe giving him an A.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Right.
I could see that being an issue, but
if he took it personally, he wouldn't have re-signed.
No, I mean, I don't know. I'm honestly surprised Matthews didn't want to like. I
Because
don't
he
know.
could have got that contract that he signed
yeah.
anywhere.
Yeah,
That's
Literally
true.
he could
anywhere.
have done more probably too.
The Hawks could have gave him that money. Like, that was... Any team could have gave him that money.
I don't want to get too off topic because I know we have more Toronto stuff, but the one thing too I saw an interesting list like how long until McDavid like requests a trade out of Edmonton? Like when is that a thing?
I mean, you gotta think he's thinking about it already.
Right? Like he's probably like, ooh, that's like why did he sign that?
I'm shocked he did that.
Because like when he was drafted, you had to have think like
Sign
when
that
he got
8-year
drafted,
deal?
he's like crap. Like he was probably thinking, please anyone but Edmonton, because I don't know what the team.
No, he was probably like, oh, all right, I get to play alongside Taylor Hall. This is gonna be great.
But do you remember what the teams were in the draft lottery race for that year?
I'm sure Arizona was in there. I'm sure Vancouver was in there. Buffalo, obviously.
Like, he was probably thinking anywhere except Edmonton. I really don't think he wanted to go to Edmonton. Like, because who looks at Edmonton and was like, I want to go there? Like, that team's been a mess for years. And it's just getting worse and worse. Edmonton's had how many first overall picks in the last 10 years? Like, it's insane. And they haven't been able to do it. They did lucky again, get McDavid. And it's like,
I think they've had 4
first
overall.
I'm curious how long until he requests a trade. He has to. There's no way he plays in Edmonton all his career. No way. Or it's for the rest of this contract. I don't think so.
Yeah, I'm sure at some point.
He's gonna find a way out of it. I was just curious because I'm surprised I think Matthews it's a little different because that team's a lot more.
He's gonna go full on Gretzky and request a trade to LA
Is that what happened? I don't remember that happening.
when Gretzky got traded.
Yeah, did he request that?
It's all weird.
Because I the 30 for 30 thing I saw on it forever ago. Like he was surprised by the trade.
It seems like well,
Like he was legit crying during his.
Well, he
press
did. I
conference.
think he did request it,
It
but
just- it
at
was
the end,
bittersweet.
he clearly didn't really
It was
want
like,
to leave.
crap. I was just curious because Toronto and Edmonton, not very comparable in terms of like when you think of well managed teams. Like Toronto, like so much better managed and everything.
Finally,
But they at least
that's
they're
really
fighting.
only the last 3 seasons.
That's all that matters, though. That's all Matthews needs. Like the team has way better direction than
and
you know,
Edmonton, they fired the GM and
They
they're
have a lot
they're
more to
reloading.
fire,
So
though. They have to get rid of a lot of people. I was just curious. I don't think Matthews will go anywhere. I think Matthews plays at least this huge contract out. Maybe goes somewhere after. I don't think he requests a trade or anything like that.
I think Edmonton would be smart to hire Ron Hextall as their GM.
I agree. He
cleared out
did
all
good
the
for
mess,
Philly.
all the high contract old players for Philly, and now they're really in a good position cap wise.
But when you mentioned Philly, I was just curious. With Hextall as their GM, do you think Simmons gets traded, or do you think they end up keeping him?
I think he definitely gets traded still.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's just another higher contract player that's not that young.
Do you think he trades him then, and then with the plans of re-signing him? Because I'm seeing stuff that they might be trying to re-sign, like not re-sign him, I guess, but sign him again sign him back to the team in the off season once his contract's up.
I mean, if he is willing to take a very, very
Why
steep
not,
pay
right?
cut,
And he obviously liked it there. He was there for
yeah,
so long.
if he's willing to sign for like 2-3 mil, I'd bring him back.
Yeah, he's a good
Maybe
player.
2-3 years, 2-3 mil.
I don't know how old he is, but I like him. He's a good player. He had a rough year this year, but I mean, yeah, like you said, if he's willing to take a cheap deal, short term, why not? I mean, it's always fun when teams do that. Like Vermette did it in Arizona. Stroud traded for him and for the playoff run and went straight back. It's hilarious.
But yeah, sticking with Philly though, do you see that Voracek reverse hit on Boychuk?
Yeah, it's weird. That was the whole, not even just the hit, but
Like, do you really think that deserves 2 games? He has to
even
spend
know.
2 games.
Did you see that he even said after he got suspension, he's like, yeah, I probably deserved 1 game for that, which is completely goes back onto what he originally said. Like after that game, he said he was surprised he even got 5 minutes. he said it maybe too.
Well, maybe he went back and looked at it now.
Maybe, but everything in slow-mo, obviously. Like, when you look at a hit in slow-mo, it looks, like, so much worse, and it's like, oh, he could have avoided us, like... But when you watch that real time, it's, like, it's very different. You can't... I don't feel like when you're, thinking about suspending someone or use anything suspension-wise, you shouldn't be allowed to slow down the video. Like, I feel like, you have to watch it real time.
I mean...
Unless you're looking for point of contact.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
The only reason. Point of contact would be the only reason you need to slow that down.
You have to determine intent at real speed.
Yeah. Like, it's just completely different at real speed. I don't know. It's weird. Everyone's saying he should have been kicked. Well, not everyone. A lot of people are saying he should have been kicked out of the game. I think 2-minute penalty was all he deserved. And did you see he even appealed it?
Yeah.
To try, and which is weird because normally 2-game suspensions, it's nothing. People don't normally appeal those. But since they're still in the playoff race, they think so. With Hart back, too. But, he appealed it, and, of course, that didn't happen.
Was Boychuk hurt? Did he get a concussion or anything from that hit?
I think...
That'd be the only reason I could see suspending him.
I don't agree with... just because the player gets injured. I don't believe in that, but I don't know if he got injured though, off the top of my head.
So they're 8 points out of the playoffs right now.
I'm not saying they have good chances, but they're still
with 11 games left.
Yeah, they're probably done. They'd have to win out pretty much,
and someone would have to go on a huge slump.
Yeah.
And Florida is tied with them right now, so they'd have to lose too.
Yeah, I don't know. It was a weird one. Boychuk was pissed about it, that's for sure. But it's like what Boychuk was doing in that video, especially when you slow it down. Boychuk was going to hit Voracek, and Voracek it looked like he was protecting himself. Went a little high, and he definitely was a reverse hit.
The only thing Voracek could have done was wait longer to do the reverse hit. That's the only thing.
Hit. He would have,
or try and get out of the way.
Then Boychuk would have gotten the penalty.
Yeah,
because if he takes that, I mean, it might have even been boarding because he was.
Yeah, he wasn't.
He was that dangerous distance away from the boards where you're not on.
Especially
the board
with how fast Boychuk was.
He was coming in. Yeah, that could have been a crappy hit. So honestly, this was probably best case scenario for both players. I don't know if Boychuk was hurt though.
He never got hurt, no.
No? Okay, that's good.
See, that's one of those suspensions and hits where it's like, I don't change my opinion of Voracek. It's not like it's not like a Malkin swing, you just stick at somebody. It's just, like it happened in 2 games, whatever.
That's only a 1-game suspension?
Oh, he did miss. He did miss, you're right.
Intent doesn't matter, though, if you miss, apparently. But sticking with the topic of suspensions, the Eichel hit was during the Colorado game, and there were a lot of hits going back and forth in that one. Eichel got lit up pretty good before he even hit. I don't know if he hit. It might have been Soderberg that Eichel hit. I don't even know. But, yeah.
Zadorov, didn't they say? Or no, that's who hit him.
Maybe. I don't know. But, yeah, the Eichel, the one where there was a suspension it was a little weird because Eichel, he had the puck on his stick, actually. He got his stick there. And it looks like whoever it is, Soderberg or not, he's, leaning down and forward. It looks like he's trying to go for the puck. And they're going at 2 different... 90 degrees pretty much, both going for the puck. Eichel already has it, though. And since Soderberg's so low, Eichel clips him in the head, right? I mean, it was a head hit, but he was leaning down. I'm okay with the suspension, but...
How long did he get for that?
2, I think. Yeah.
I mean, I feel like that's 1. Unless you're going to make hits to the head automatically 2 games.
Yeah,
if that's the case, then that's... As long as it's consistent, then, though. But it's so questionable though when like that one he was leaning down reaching for the puck. Was Eichel supposed to just not go for the puck then? I don't. What's he supposed to do?
Yeah.
I mean, he does definitely stick his arm up. I guess he shouldn't keep his arm down, but he still hits him in the head if he doesn't lift his arm.
Yeah.
No matter what, he's getting hit.
He's pretty much bracing for contact, seeing that's coming.
Yeah. You just got. Run into him and not brace pretty much is what it seems like. So I don't know. I guess that's the only way. You made automatic headshots no matter how it is, 2 games. But is Buffalo in the playoff race? I don't even know actually. No? They're out, done?
Yeah, Buffalo is... Oh yeah, they got 69 points. And Columbus has a second wild card. They have 84.
Oh, they're done.
So they're out.
Wow.
15 points out.
Jeez. Okay, so they're going for another draft lottery there. Good for them for making a decision, though. I wish.
I
the
don't
Hawks
think
would
anyone
decide.
really decided on that
Yeah.
team. I think it just kind of.
Does anyone ever decide on that team that ever? And like from year to year, they always look like, oh, maybe they'll be good, and then it's like, no, they're like Florida. It's just
There's
they,
a few
they always
teams like
disappoint.
that. Florida,
Carolina.
Buffalo, even New Jersey, freaking Arizona.
Nah, I don't know. Arizona's normally trending towards the bottom.
I don't know.
consistently.
They usually do good at the end of the year, and you're like, oh, next year they're gonna be
Maybe
they're gonna
I
be good.
guess.
I thought they're gonna be decent this year. Arizona
Yeah.
for some reason. I don't know why.
Are there any teams besides Tampa that clinched, or is Tampa still the only team that clinched?
Tampa is still the only team.
That's insane. They clinched so early. I think they're still on pace to break the record for wins or points at least in the season, if I'm not mistaken. Like how they clinched what, a week ago, 2 weeks ago, and
Yeah.
no one else has clinched. And Ottawa's technically, I think, the only team eliminated from the playoffs. I could be wrong about that one.
Their goal differentials plus 93.
That's insane. The Hawks are probably like minus 20.
The second is Calgary
Minus
with
30.
plus 50.
Calgary is a huge surprise for me this year.
Yeah, I did not see this at all.
No, not even a little bit.
Especially like their big offseason move was signing James Neal, and James Neal's not doing anything
yeah,
for the
he's
team.
playing on like the third line. Honestly, I was thinking this was going to be a year besides Toronto, no Canadian teams. Like I thought that was very reasonable to happen, and Calgary just like said no. Do you think that coach is a Jack Adams finalist?
I think he should be up there.
I think he should win, honestly.
Really?
Yeah.
Uh,
I mean, Barry Trotz is probably going to get it.
yeah, I think you gotta give it to the Islanders.
I don't think. I'm not saying Trotz is a good coach. Obviously, Stanley Cup. That team's doing well. How much of it is Trotz though, and how much of it is the team?
I mean, it's like taking Kane, Taze, and Keith off of the Hawks and
No,
them
I
being
don't-
first.
I don't think it's like that at all.
I mean, he was the only real
Islanders
all-star
Yeah,
player.
Islanders have a better team than the Hawks do, clearly.
Mm,
So I mean,
I definitely think his coaching helps a lot.
So you think, well, because you had Twinville on coaching the Hawks, and so in your perspective, the Hawks have the better team, or at least more star power, I guess. Is
Yeah.
what you're going for. But as far as the team goes, it's definitely Islanders are obviously better. Like, there's no question.
Right.
I just like, is it 50-50 team Trotz? Is Trotz really like if Trotz isn't the coach of that team, where do you do you see them at the bottom of the standings then? Like that bit of a
They're
difference?
probably pretty down there. I don't think they might be wild card.
I don't know if they're that far down there.
I think they're.
They're doing really bad lately. Did you see that?
Yeah, I know.
They're doing so bad.
They're, doing,
Like the
they're
last
dropping
month,
for sure.
The last month has been terrible for them.
Like
They beat Toronto though 6-1 or whatever it was. That's all that mattered. Once they did that, they're like, all right, we suck now. Like they've only beaten like one other playoff team in like this was a couple days ago I saw this. They beat like one other playoff team in the last like 30 days, and it was like Minnesota or something.
I think with the Islanders, they have that Vegas mojo where
Just-
no one believes they could win. Like everyone's counting
Yeah.
us out.
We lost to Tavares. Fuck him. We don't need him.
So they all rallied together around that.
Maybe. Yeah. So Tampa's the only team that clinched. In the West, who's fighting for the wild card spot? Arizona, Chicago, kind of.
In the West, it's Arizona with 78 points, Minnesota with 76, Chicago with 73.
And who's in the playoffs? Just
Arizona out of
and
those.
Minnesota. Who's the other wild card team?
Dallas has 79, so they could
Dallas.
fall out too.
And then in the East, it's Carolina's pushing for one, right? Or are they in it right now?
In the East, Carolina's in it. They have 85 points. Columbus is right behind them with
Columbus is
84.
out?
No, they're both in.
Oh.
Yeah, I was thinking that too.
But Montreal actually fell.
Oh,
They have
Montreal
81.
fell out. How's Pittsburgh?
So I'm
looking
kind of happy.
out of
Pittsburgh's looking. They're in. They're got that number 3 seed. They have 87
Really? Who are they going to
points.
face most likely?
The Islanders.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah.
Pittsburgh's probably going to win.
They
that.
might even get home ice because the Islanders have been slumping so
Oh,
bad.
God.
They're only 2 points behind them.
And
But
Washington's in first.
Yes, Washington is in first.
I feel like Washington's a very quiet team this year.
Honestly,
Like, I'm not hearing much about them, and they're a first-place team in the division.
Pittsburgh's only 4 points outside of Washington. So
Really?
yeah,
Wow.
it's a very close.
Pittsburgh, honestly, that whole division just...
They've turned-
The Islanders, like, outside the Islanders, that division, like, I haven't heard much about Washington, not much about Pittsburgh, like, just really quiet, I guess.
They're just pretty much doing what they usually do, I guess.
I guess.
Everyone expects them to be in the playoffs, so no one's really surprised by it.
Where are the Sharks in the standings right now? Because they're not doing... They're slumping a little bit, aren't they?
No, they're actually doing all right. They are.
So I know Burns has been sucking.
They're in
fucking
second in their
shit.
division, 1 point behind Calgary.
You talk like you have him on your team, your fantasy team.
You know? And Pavelski, too. This one hurts Jason.
Oh yeah, Pavelski sucks lately.
I'm like, man, San Jose must be doing terrible. And then who do you have?
Martin Jones actually has been doing
Who's your...
pretty
Do you actually
well.
have a skater, though?
No,
Oh, I thought you did.
I do in the non-family league.
Yeah.
It's all
Who is
the
it?
it's all the unheard ofs that are going.
Hurdle.
Maybe it's him. I'm like, oh, they must be doing terrible. Then I looked at your I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
he's got points, but Burns has like 20 points on the week. Are you kidding me right now?
Yeah, it's all their depth players. Meyer, Hurdle.
Normally Burns gets points without scoring though, and
Uh,
normally he just
LeBanc,
scores 4
LeBanc.
points a game. It's bullshit. I'm pissed. Whatever. How's Carlson doing for you, Jason?
Yeah,
Still out.
Yeah.
he's doing about as well as
Yeah.
Taylor Hall's doing for me.
They look really good on your bench though, or your IR.
Yeah.
You're the best looking IR.
They're in the press
league.
box actually.
No, it's just crazy because they're saying that Carlson's probably gonna be out until playoffs. That's the likely story.
Yep.
They just pretty much shut him down at this point. That's insane.
What's his injury?
It's a groin,
groin.
injury.
Oh, it's not his foot.
No,
But not
it's
the same groin
foot.
injury as last time. It's a different groin injury. So he said.
Oh yeah, because didn't he start the year off with a groin injury?
You know, he had
He's very injury prone, isn't he?
apparently his legs are fucked because
Latane, I usually see his injury.
at
prone.
least he doesn't
played,
get concussions.
Yeah.
He played almost
Knock
the
on-
entire year, Latane. Almost. He played a
is
lot. I
he-
think he's still out.
Yeah, I think he is still out.
Unfortunately. Well,
No, it's good.
no, fortunately. Yeah, that just surprised me though.
Yeah, but
Shutting
San
down
Jose is
so
only a
much.
point behind Calgary.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Okay, so they're not slumping. I just feel like they are because of Burns. What the hell? Step your shit up.
San Jose's a sneaky Stanley Cup favorite.
How long do they have? When's the season end?
I don't know the exact
It's first
day.
or
I think
second week of
it's.
April.
I know it's on a Saturday. There's the first.
It usually
First
is
time
a
the season
Sunday,
ends on a
isn't it?
Saturday.
It's usually a Sunday.
Yeah.
It's weird. You said that they moved the draft lottery up because normally they do it during the playoffs or after the playoffs.
Usually do it. I think they usually do it after the playoffs.
And now they're doing it before the playoffs, which is I
I
kind of liked it.
It's a good idea. It gets people to actually look at it. Like people are still in hockey mode.
I guess.
So they're.
I was gonna say that once the playoffs end, that's one of the few things that will kind of draw hockey fans. You have to really be a hockey.
I think
fan,
the
though.
draft more than the draft lottery.
Well, just be like, oh, is my team? Are they in one of the top two? They didn't copy Taco or Jack Hughes.
Oh, Kako. He
Is that his name?
Capo Kako.
Oh, I was close. I was throwing a name out there.
He set the record for most points in. I'm not sure what league he's in. Whatever league he's in.
No, I don't know off the top of my head.
But yeah, he set the record.
NHL. Really?
Yep.
Nice. Good
So
for him.
he's looking like he might be the number 2 pick steal.
It's like 1A, 1B, Jack
Yeah.
Hughes and Kapikako. Be interesting.
Let's go number 2 pick. Come on.
Right? I'll take it the second pick to get
Right.
that guy.
No,
I'll get a Kako jersey.
I have a few little mini games since last week's audio got fucked. I got some new games that hopefully Jason won't ruin for this week.
Oh, I did so good last
you
week
did
too.
phenomenal. I couldn't
Damn
even
it.
guess.
Yeah, that never happened.
Let's just clip that in the.
Nope. No, which one? Here, I'll let you. So the things I wrote down: highest scoring trio, point race, and team win points since December 12th. Which one do you guys want to start with? I'll leave it to you.
I feel like highest scoring trio should be pretty easy.
It's not. I mean, I'm looking at. It's not necessarily people on the same line, but they definitely had like. They probably have.
Are you talking just goals or
No, I
points?
think. See, I don't. And this is as of last Saturday. if that matters at all.
Because isn't it
I'm not sure on it. I'm guessing.
Isn't it
goals.
McKinnon, Rantanen,
I'm guessing
and-
goals because Kucherov. How many points? Yeah, it's goals. Because
Oh, but that's just because they're on the same line, though. So it might not.
It's like I said. It's not necessarily people who are just on the same line.
Right. Well, because I was thinking it's obviously McKinnon, Rantanen,
Yeah.
and
They're not number
Landeskog.
one though.
But yeah,
They're
because
top five.
now because they were the top line,
They were like forever ago.
but now What was it?
Landeskog's injured.
it's got what Kucherov, Point, and Stamkos.
Okay, well, let's put it this way. You got McKinnon, Landeskog, Rantanen. I'll say the highest amount is 105. The lowest is 93.
Jeez,
Where do you think McKinnon and them are?
Second.
didn't
I'd
you say they were
say-
second?
No, they're not second, so I
Oh.
didn't say they're second.
Okay,
Oh. Around 100.
I'm gonna say third then.
There you go. They're at 96 at third. You can even say the teams if you want, and I'll tell you a confirmed team if you want to do it that way.
Well, I would, like I said, I think Tampa Bay, Kucherov, Point, and Stamkos.
Okay, yeah, they're number 2 at 102. Tunes, you go. Jason's.
Who would
Guess
number
twice.
one be?
I don't know. That's what I'm trying to guess.
Jesus.
You still need 4 and 5.
Well, I want number 1. He can get 4 of the 5. I want to get number 1. Just
No guesses here? Come on. Come on. The remaining teams are all Western Conference.
Scrolling up.
No, put the phone
Oh,
away.
I
Put the
know- I
phone
know.
I'm not looking
away.
up stats.
I
I'm
know
just
one
looking
of
up
them.
Wow.
teams.
I know one for sure.
What?
Not number one, but I know one of
What?
them is Calgary.
No,
No?
no.
Gaudreau, Monahan, and anyone else?
It's not according to the thing I saw. No.
Lindholm, probably?
No.
Wow.
Better only be looking at teams.
Yeah, that's what...
Don't look at goals for either.
So is it the Hawks then? Are the Hawks
Yeah.
in there? Are they one?
Mhm.
Wow. Kane Taves and DeBrincat.
Yep. They're at 10. Well, they were.
Oh,
at
did you want to
105.
guess?
Yeah, that's the one I wanted to guess.
Oh no, they're not. Tunes, what's your guess?
St. Louis. Wait,
No.
that's
No. You're wrong. Jason will guess the remaining 2 because Tunes lost privilege.
Probably...
And let's put it this way: Can Coons guess 1 before Jason guesses the remaining 2?
my internet's not
The
working.
San Jose one? I don't know what
Yeah,
trio it would
they're
be,
5.
but I have no idea what trio.
I'm gonna say
trio.
Hurdle and 2 other guys.
No, it's Meyer.
No, one of them was Hurdle.
Oh, really? No Meyer?
No.
Really?
Hurdle,
Pavelski and Kane.
Couture? Oh.
Pavelski.
Hey, really? Kane's doing that good?
You're missing 1.
Is it Winnipeg?
No, you're not gonna get
Dallas?
this team. I mean, it's really 1 player, I guess, if that helps.
Oh, so it's McDavid and Draisaitl?
And Ryan Nugent Hopkins.
And anyone else? Literally anyone else on the
Filler.
team?
Jason goes 5 for 5.
Good job, Jason.
Goes like 0 for 10 with that. St.
Man, I
Louis
thought that
guess.
St. Louis guest was gonna have it. Dude, I'm joking. Why are you
What,
looking
what
like that?
3
Jesus.
people in St. Louis would it be?
It was a joke. You said Chicago, and
Yeah.
I was gonna say Chicago. God.
All right, that kind of I feel like that hurts the point race one, but we'll do it just out of curiosity. I want the top 5 in points. That's what I want.
Since December 12th.
No, this is just as of right now. No,
Oh, all
point
the-
race. Yeah.
Oh,
Kucherov's
Kucherov.
at 1. He's at 117.
Yeah,
which is just
Kucherov
insane.
at 1, McDavid at 2, Kane at 3.
Tunes, who are the other 2? Jason, shut up.
No.
Gaudreau is up
Gaudreau. Damn it.
there.
Let's see, you can do number 4.
Tavares?
No. He is number 16.
That was close.
McKinnon or Rantanen, one of them?
McKinnon 7, Rantanen is 8.
So no. You trying to show me the screen? Is that what you're
is
doing?
it point?
Him. No, it's not point. Oops.
Jeez, I don't know then.
I feel like it's pretty easy. It's
I don't feel like it is.
Crosby.
Oh, I wouldn't have Crosby in mind. I wouldn't think he would be top 10 right now.
Really? No, he is. He's got 92, Gaudreau's 91, then it's Kane 99, David 103. So I think it's safe to say Kane's not catching up.
Oh no one's catching
No way.
fucking Kucherov. He's on
There was
another
at
level.
one point where Kane was only like 7 behind, and then Kucherov just didn't slow down, and Kane did. Kane, instead of scoring 3 goals a game, went to 1.
Yeah.
No, the other thing I have too. So this was a tweet I saw from Lazarus. NHL standings by point percentage since December 12th. He has top like 10 teams. So pretty much teams that have gotten 1 or overtime losses is what you're looking for.
So St. Louis is up there.
St. Louis is up there. Do you think they're top of it?
Tampa's probably 1.
Tampa obviously is 1.
Boston's
by a
pretty
lot.
high.
Boston. Yeah, they're 3. So you got the top 2 of the 3. Blues are in the middle. We don't have to do all of them, obviously. I'm not going to do all of them.
Is Philly on there? Maybe? Arizona?
No.
By chance?
No.
Damn. They're just
Hawks
hot
are on
recently.
there.
Hawks are on there?
Yeah. That's the only reason I was mentioning it.
Where are they?
I'm sensing a theme here with your
are-
mentions.
They are 8th. Still good, though. This was after they snapped their 8-game losing streak. Their second one.
So if they don't go on that 8-game losing streak, they're probably in the playoffs.
Which one?
Both of them.
Yeah, both of them.
Either.
Yeah. They're in the playoffs then, for sure. That's just surprising.
You know who would be on the cold side of that? Minnesota. They're doing terrible lately.
Are they? I mean, imagine if the Hawks actually beat Dallas and Colorado, those 2 games.
Yeah,
That'd be huge.
yeah.
They would not be in the
That's
playoffs, but they
their
would be
season right there.
And then they lost to LA too. That LA loss.
That hurt. That was just
All 3 of those games, you turn 2 of the 3 into wins, and they're in it
That would put them tied with Dallas
for what the second.
for the second wild card. Arizona would have the first wild card,
Oh, that's insane.
Mm-hmm.
That's so.
and that's not including the Kings win or loss. Like I didn't switch that
Yeah.
over. If you make that Kings
Imagine-
loss a win, then they're
Imagine they end the season like out
Like
just
4
by
points.
that much, and those losses get converted to wins, and they're in the playoff. Like they're gonna feel so shitty.
I feel like all offseason, that's what we're going to be talking about. Those 3 wins
I mean,
or losses.
It's gonna suck because they're gonna barely miss the playoffs,
Mhm.
and we're gonna be like, oh, if they were so close, it's like, or if they just would have never made this push. Nah, it's just they're putting themselves in that shitty. I said it. We've said it, not I, but we've all said it every week pretty much. They're putting themselves in such a shitty spot.
Yeah.
They're gonna barely miss the playoffs, and they're gonna do a shitty top 10 pick.
Well,
Which not necessarily shitty, but
As a fan, I love watching that
Yeah,
little push for the
it's fun.
playoffs. But
Yeah.
as a business, like you want one of those 2 guys.
But with how good they draft, though, I'm okay with it, honestly.
it's just if you can get Capo, whatever the fuck,
Right.
that'd
Right.
be awesome.
right.
But especially they can use another.
Like they got
forward,
DeBrincat. What was he, 13 overall or something?
No, he
higher.
went he went to like 2nd or 3rd round.
No,
DeBrincat?
DeBrincat I think was a first round pick
We've looked this up before. You're gonna make me look it up again just to prove you wrong.
again.
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 I would think you would like that. Thought I was doing you a favor.
If I had a normal laptop that didn't suck, so it was a lot faster. I should have really put draft in that. But yeah, no. I mean, the Hawks have definitely increased their playoff chances lately with them winning and stuff. But it's just like I said, it's gonna be so frustrating when they barely miss it. As a fan, right now, it's fun to watch, and it's like, oh, are they gonna make it? Are they gonna make it? And every game they play right now is exciting. Like,
It definitely keeps you hooked.
they're
Yeah.
scoring
All
goals,
season
and then
long.
they're letting goals up. They're making every game close. Like, and then even if they're losing 3-0, it's like, I mean,
They
they're
can
not
score.
out of it. Yeah,
They're on a 5-game winning streak right now.
Are they?
Yeah.
It's pretty surprising, actually. So
And they got Vancouver.
39th overall pick, so second round.
They got Vancouver next on Monday. Then they got Philly. Then they got Colorado back to back. And then
That
Colorado
one,
back to back, and then Arizona.
They play Dallas against you, don't they? Or Minnesota, is it?
They don't play either of those teams.
Really? I
Really.
thought they did. But they played Colorado twice.
Colorado.
That's
And then-
that's if they can get 2 wins out of that, that'd be insane.
Well, if they could beat Colorado, then beat Arizona also.
Yeah, that would help tremendously. They might be able to pull it off.
There's a chance, yeah.
And honestly, like I know they're not,
Well, the end of their season is Winnipeg, St. Louis, Dallas, Nashville. So it's all playoff teams. It's tough.
that's gonna be
That'll
tough.
be hard.
It's all the central.
Winnipeg
But
hasn't been doing amazing.
the only positive could be Nashville will probably be resting some people in the last game of the season. You gotta imagine Dallas at that point, if they have that first wild card spot locked, or even better, they're probably resting people. St.
Maybe.
Louis is probably resting people.
You just gotta be careful with the Nashville Winnipeg. Like they might be still fighting for that first spot, so they might not.
Well, it'll be interesting to watch. Pay attention to.
Like I know I'm not being delusional, and like if the Hawks make the playoffs, you never know what can happen.
Winnipeg,
But it's like at least they might fuck up like Winnipeg's or if they can like match up against Nashville and get some revenge for the when they got knocked out first round. What was that, like 2016? That'd be cool.
yeah, right.
Play a little, and plus another week or two of Blackhawks. There you go.
Winnipeg is in first right now by a point, but they also have 2 games in hand on Nashville. So
That's what I'm saying. It was swatch. That's why they might not rest. And Winnipeg hasn't been. I think they've been cold lately.
I know Scheifele has. That's for damn
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah, he is.
Destroying my fantasy hopes.
He's not helping me against Canes right now. The other thing I saw too was they're saying that they might keep Bacchus in the OHL for another year, which surprises me, to say the least.
I just don't understand why.
Yeah, it's like just it's gonna bring me back to the whole Yoti Haru thing. Like, there's no reason right now for Yoti Haru to be in the minors. You can't honestly tell me Yoti Haru is not one of your best top 6 defensemen.
Well, he'll definitely come up next year.
It will benefit him so much to be playing in the NHL
Right now in this playoff push.
Yeah, like it would benefit so much. It just makes no sense, like what they're doing. Like, do you really think Dahlstrom or even Gustafsson? Like, I know Gustafsson's getting points. Like, he's doing really well goal wise.
Forsling, I would think, would be the odd man out.
Forsling, Dahlstrom, even Cote, take him out. Like, I'm not saying I don't
Cuckoo.
dislike these guys. You gotta get Yoti Haru into your top 4.
Yeah.
Get him on the penalty killer power. Like, get him in there.
He's to be
good
on
enough
that
to be
top
there.
pairing slot next to
I
Keith.
think that's where he should be, but I'm just saying at least him in the top 4. There's no reason why he can't be.
Or put him in Gustafsson on the pairing.
So with them doing this to Yoti Haru, like, I can 100% see them keeping Bacchus in the OHL another year for no reason whatsoever. Like, I understand they're saying his defense needs work.
Why not put him in the AHL then?
He can work on his defense here.
Why not put Boquist in the AHL?
I don't know. I don't see why he can't, like I said, work on his defense in the NHL. Like, yeah, he'll get burned sometimes. He'll learn. It's what you do. You learn from your
Put
mistakes.
him on a pairing with Murphy,
Yeah.
and you're good.
It's frustrating. And that's another thing about Mitchell, like them talking about Mitchell.
Ian Mitchell?
Yeah. And, like, question, I don't know how old he is or what year he is in college, but they're saying that they're questioning, like, ooh, is he going to sign with the Hawks or is he going to play 4 years in college, all 4 years? It's like, ooh, that would suck.
I thought I saw someone saying that he wanted to come to the Hawks.
I think so. There was an article, but it was on The Athletic, and my free trial's up, so.
Oh, yeah, I don't pay to read the news, sorry.
So that I kind of wanted to read that. I'm like, damn it. But I think he does want to play for the Hawks. But, yeah, for some reason, it seems like the Hawks are just keeping the youth movement, like, pushed back. Just let it happen.
Right?
You're going to suck. It's okay if you suck. Let it happen. Let them get the experience. It's just frustrating.
Like, how many actual rookies are on the team right now? Like, first-year players on the Hawks.
A lot. Cahoon. I know there were at one point, like, Yoti Haru, that he was.
Yeah, that's fine.
There are other people. Sakura. Unless you count last year.
No, you can count Sakura.
I don't know.
That's really it.
Delia. Oh, he got sent down, though, didn't he? Just
Delia's
recently.
not up.
Really,
Like, you could afford to have a couple more rookies on your team. Like, that's not...
Yeah.
They've had more rookies before. I think last year, didn't they have a lot more?
Maybe I'm thinking of last year, then. I don't know. Did you see, too, Perlini's on the line with Stroman to Brinkett?
Yeah.
Scored a hat trick against Arizona. That was awesome.
He's doing great these last like
which is great.
5-6 games.
Hopefully he can keep it up, and hopefully they re-sign him to a cheap deal.
I wonder how far out Kajula is, if he's coming back anytime soon.
What's he out with a concussion?
I don't. Is it a concussion? I think it is.
Yeah, I think it's a concussion. I don't know. I liked him. He was doing well.
Yeah, that'd be a nice ad.
Yeah.
Put him on the line with put him on the line with Kane. Unless you want to put him on.
Do the Taze Kane Kajula thing.
I don't think they'll put them back together.
Why not? You got DeBrincat, Strome, Perlini doing well right now. They're hot. You gotta have Kane in the top two lines. It's stupid to have him on the third, or any of those lines to be the third. So just put him on the first with Kajula.
I agree. I just don't think they will.
With Kajula out, I do like, which is stupid, just Kane's either on the third line or the DeBrincat line's the third line, whatever. But Taze, Saad, and Secura. I like Secura.
Yeah, actually getting that shot
being
on a
slotted in there. Yeah.
On a higher line. He's actually looked all right too. I'm shocked he hasn't had a goal yet.
Does he not?
He has yet to score his first career goal.
That's insane.
And it's like every time he gets a nice shot, they mention it.
Looking for that first goal still.
But yeah, speaking of Kajula though, that trade's looking a lot better right now. They traded Brandon Manning to Edmonton for Kajula.
Yeah, for Verdeaux.
Well, Manning just got scratched from his AHL team. Healthy scratched on his AHL team.
When you sent that to me, I thought it was just NHL. I'm like, all right, so, and then I read it again. I'm like, oh, wait,
AHL.
No, that sucks.
That's
funny.
insane.
What was
something had to have happened or something.
I don't know. Or that GM and that front office is just terrible because their track record suggests they are stupid.
I mean, that's accurate too.
So,
It says the Oilers are now paying the guy who injured Connor McDavid $2.5 million to sit in the press box of AHL arenas.
That's funny. I will say, I know, it's circling back now, but with Crawford playing with how he's been playing, it does give you a little bit of hope. Like they can steal game, like Crawford, like he can steal a game, or he can see if he plays how he played last game yesterday, he can steal a playoff series, couple games, something. It's completely within reason.
Yeah, yesterday against Montreal, he has career high 48 saves for the shutout.
And Montreal, like, even though I was down on them most of the year, like they've been scoring. Like Domi's been doing well, Shaw's been doing well there, Drouin's been pretty cold lately, but for most of the year, like all three of those guys have been lighting it up there.
I have Shaw on my fantasy team.
Yeah,
and I played him because I'm like, oh, he's playing the Hawks. He's gonna do something good, and he had 7 hits.
Oh well, there he is.
He's angry.
His points. That's like 40 points.
He got like 36 points, I think.
Yeah.
And it was all hits.
That's insane.
Did you see McGregor was actually in the Bruins locker room and did the like pregame speech or whatever?
Yeah, it was funny. He was like, when I say Boston, you say strong. He's like, and he was all pumped up and everything's like, Boston. They're like, strong. They were very mild about it. Very calm. Yeah.
Why'd they do that?
Well, he's very high energy.
I think he was doing the
ceremonial puck drop. Yeah.
Oh.
But Marchand scored that goal.
I was just gonna say that.
And he does the McGregor strut.
Yeah.
For the celebration.
That's funny.
It was funny. I saw the celebration before I saw the other video. Just saw that today. When did that happen? Was that like yesterday?
I think it happened yesterday.
Okay. Yeah, no, the Boston thing was funny. I think we're ready to move to positive negatives. I'll start. My positive, I'm specifically thinking to the Arizona game the Hawks played, but just lately the Hawks have been passing very well. Like there is one specific goal. It was Kane's goal. I don't even know who he was on the line with after
he passed to
tie.
Anisimov.
Yeah, I think it was like it was like pass. Like it was one of those plays where it's like, wow, they passed too many times, but it was so perfect and tape to tape. It just worked out perfectly, and then Kane scored a beautiful goal. It was awesome, but they've been doing a lot better at that.
You can tell they're having fun.
Yeah, they're like this playoff hunt is really making them energized and whatnot. But
what's your negative, Jeff?
I don't know.
Do you remember your negative now?
He's losing to me in the
Oh
other.
yeah. No, my negative is Yogi Hart is still in the minors for the 20th week, and Bodkus is looking like he might stay in the OHL next year. So those are my negatives.
You always come in with like way more negatives than you need.
Seriously.
I mean, on the
You
spot.
really
thinking.
overshoot the negatives. Well, my positive is also Hawks related. Just the fact that they're on a 5-game win streak, doing really well.
I didn't realize they were on a 5-game win streak. I knew they were doing well.
And
I
they
did not realize
could definitely
that.
extend it a couple more.
Yeah, that's.
But
insane.
the negative is Arizona is just as hot, and
No.
Their goalie.
Arizona's not hot. Darcy Cooper.
I mean, a lot of our winning has to do with Crawford. So
Damn.
Oh,
They
that brings me
score a
to
lot,
my
to be
positive.
yeah, there you go.
Hey.
Segue.
Hey, my positive is Corey Crawford's shutout.
For the 30th week in a row.
No, he didn't
Not
shut out. Yeah.
but Crawford related. Calm yourself.
I'm excited. Okay, that brings me hope for.
Calm yourself.
It
Calm
helps.
your tits.
They're good.
Do you have a
Okay.
negative?
I mean, the Crawford thing, it makes me excited about next year. He can steal games on his own with our young defense learning. Like, it makes me excited. Like, that
It makes
maybe
you
they will be
excited
a
for
play.
Crawford's last year of his contract.
They'll re-sign him.
For what?
Some type of no trade clause and 10
No.
years.
No, it's gonna be some type of no
I draw the
movement.
line at no trade
It's gonna be
clauses.
some type of no movement clause. What else? What year? How many years?
How many years?
How many years did they re-sign him for?
How old is he? 30?
34, 35,
Oof.
right? Yeah.
I think it's 34.
They'll do 5 years.
For how much?
I don't know. I'm not a fucking GM.
How much? Let's go.
How much per year?
Okay, $4 million a year.
All right, that's your negative. That does it for this week. You can follow us on Twitter at Socially Hawkward, no A in the ward. And you can also follow us on Instagram at Socially Hawkward19. You can also follow us on Facebook, but if I'm being honest, we're not on there too often. That's definitely our least used one. But our most active is definitely Instagram by far, so you can, stay up to date and whatnot like that. Again, apologize for no episode last week because of slight stupidity on my part, but, I'm going to blame technical difficulties. So we will see you. Oh, we're also on YouTube now. This is going to be the first episode that goes on YouTube.
Oh, really?
So that's happening.
That's news to me.
Boom. Yeah, it was supposed to be last week, but yeah, this week. So, check it out on YouTube too. Bye.